Hello there, storytellers, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the legendary items that were available back in 2004 in Vanilla World of Warcraft and that will be available to us on the Elysium server. One of them particularly interests me, and one of them will probably be extremely rare to find, and I'm going to talk about those later down the line. But without further ado, let us talk about the first legendary on the list, and that is Sulfuras, Hand of Ragnaros. This is a two-handed mace. It is a unique item that binds on pickup, and it is a legendary hammer of the Fire Lord Ragnaros. If you don't know, Ragnaros is the final boss of Molten Core, the first raid in World of Warcraft. And until the release of Blackwing Lair in patch 1.6, it boasted the highest DPS of any melee weapon in the game. Also, until Might of Menethil was added, which is an epic item that was added in patch 1.11, it still maintained the highest raw damage in the game. Though the weapon has lost its damage supremacy, it is still widely seen as a status symbol. Equipping the mace awards the Feat of Strength. And I think that's an achievement. Anyway, so how do you get this item? Its stats are pretty good. You're gonna see the stats on the video. You can check them out there. How do you get this item? Well, the weapon is not dropped, but rather may be forged by anyone who has obtained both the Sulfuron Hammer, which is an epic item, and the Eye of Sulfuras, which is a item that drops off Ragnaros and has a 3% chance. So yeah, a skilled 300 blacksmith is required to make the hammer, and the eye is only rarely, like I said, about a 33% rate dropped by Ragnaros himself. The plans for the Sulfuron hammer are obtained by turning in a Sulfuron ingot to Loktos Dark Bargainer in the Grim Guzzler in Blackrock Depths. Goddammit. There is no reputation requirement to receive the plans. Twiggles has created an excellent guide for acquiring the hammer from start to finish, and it can be found down in the description below. Anyway, I don't want to talk about the background of the weapon, because as important as lore is on my channel, this is not a video about lore, this is a video about items. So let's check out the next one. Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. And yes, I'm slightly laughing and smiling. It was a really popular thing, and it has its own, I don't know, popularity, so to speak, especially on the chat channels. You'll see the stats now on the screen. So yeah, Thunder Fury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker is the reward from the quest Rise Thunder Fury. It is the culmination of a challenging and very expensive quest chain, which has 3 quests. A level 60 quest, Examine the Vessel, a level 60 raid, Thunderan the Windseeker, and a level 60, which closes up the quest chain, called Rise Thunder Fury. The quest chain begins when you loot the left or the right half of the bindings of the Windseeker, which drop off Baron Geddon and Gar, respectively, in Molten Core. Upon looting either of these, you must travel to Silithus and talk with High Lord Demetrian. He will give you the Vessel of Rebirth, which starts the quest chain. The next quest requires you to present the following items to Demetrian. Both left and right halves of the bindings of the Windseeker, which means that you'll have to get both of them from Molten Core and do the raid. Essence of the Fire Lord, which is a 100% drop, assuming one has the quest, from Ragnaros, final boss of Molten Core. So you'll have to do Molten Core at least, in the worst case, 3 times to get everything. And then you need to get 10 enchanted Elementium bars. Each bar requires 1 Elementium ingot from Blackwing Lair, 1 fiery core, 10 Arcanite bars, and 3 elemental fluxes. I think that's the plural of flux. Anyway, bring a raid with you when you return with the required items to Demetrian, because he will summon Thunderan, who promptly attacks you. Upon defeating Thunderan, you will receive a legendary item called Dormant Wind-Kissed Blade. Deliver this to the now rather cowed High Lord, and he will make Thunder Fury for you. So that is how you get the Thunder Fury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker item. It is a pretty good sword, a pretty goddamn good sword actually, and you can check out, like I said, the stats are on the screen. I don't want to push this any longer than it needs to be, so let's jump to the next one, which is actually very interesting, and it is my focus as a mage player to get. ATS, Great Staff of the Guardian, is a staff currently wielded by Khadgar. It was born from the Seed of Hate and grants its wielder power unending. It was passed down by each Guardian of Tirisfal to its successor. ATS can be used to open up portals to Karazhan and is also known for attracting Raven towards the wielder. Okay, so let's not talk about history and the whole medieval thing, Naxxramas, thing, anyway. So yeah, in the game, how do you get this item? How do you get this? The stats, as I said, will be on the screen for you to look at and bask in the majestic power of this item. So yeah, ATS Great Staff of the Guardian is a legendary caster staff which could be assembled via a quest prior to the release of patch 3.0.2, when Naxxramas moved back to Northrend. The quest began inside Naxxramas and involved obtaining several parts of the staff. The staff could be obtained by mages, warlocks, priests, and druids. The item stats varied slightly for each class. The cloth portion of the staff varied based on the version: green for druids, red for mages, white for priests, and blue for warlocks. The staff provided the ability to open a portal to Medivh's Tower of Karazhan. However, at the time of ATS's release into World of Warcraft, Karazhan had not yet been implemented. It was open upon the release of Burning Crusade. The portal leads to the front door of Karazhan. Assembling the staff. Kel'Thuzad's underlings in Naxxramas each had a chance to drop a splinter of ATS. Once 40 splinters were obtained, they could be combined into a frame of ATS, which gave a quest to visit the dragon Anachronos. Players were then given a quest to obtain the staff head and the base of ATS. They had to be at least neutral with the brood of Nosdormu to be able to talk to Anachronos and complete the quest and be able to pick up the following quest to obtain the head and the base. Kel'Thuzad dropped the staff head of ATS. The base of ATS dropped from Cthulhu in the Temple of Ankh-Kiraj. The final step involved going to Stratholme to cleanse the staff, followed by slaying ATS. The summoning location was in the Festival Lane, west of the Alonso's Chapel, in between the Western Scarlet and the Eastern Scourge districts of Stratholme. God damn it! So yeah, that is pretty much it. If you don't know, currently in Warlords of Draenor, Khadgar wields the staff during his time on Draenor. This appears to be possibly contradict the events in the Warcraft comic, which depicts Medan as the new wielder of ATS. Medan seems like the logical choice, as the staff was previously passed down from Guardian to Guardian. However, Khadgar was Medivh's apprentice, and it seems that his claim to the staff was given priority. Anyway, that is pretty much it for ATS. It is a pretty good staff, and I'm probably gonna try to get it at one point in about a year or two when I get to level 60 and do all the raids. Anyway, the next item is actually a temporary thing. It's called Andonisus, Reaper of Souls, and was the main hand sword designed to help in the battle against ATS, against the demon that is summoned when you're cleansing the staff. Andonisus was a legendary sword and drops off ATS, Hand of Sargeras, a summoned demon in Stratholme, which was part of the ATS Great Staff of the Guardian questline. ATS dual-wielded this weapon, and at the beginning of the fight, and in the course of the battle, dropped one sword which a player could use then against him. It is an amazingly powerful powerful sword. Too bad it was just a temporary thing, and you could use it for about, I don't know, 5 to 10 seconds, no, or I don't know, something like that, 30 seconds, then it disappeared. As the description says, this blade is dimensional. It appears to be fading from this plane of existence. And the last item is the rarest of the bunch, and you'll probably not be seeing it ever in your playthrough, but it is really important because it's one of the key legendaries back in the day, back in 2004. And it is the Black Kiraji Resonating Crystal. The Black Kiraji Resonating Crystal summons as a Black Kiraji battle tank, which is a legendary mount. As of Mist of Pandaria, it was the only legendary mount to have ever been added to the game for players. The crystal is a quest reward from the level 60 quest Bang a Gong, which requires the player to use the Scepter of the Shifting Sands on the gong on the Scarab dice during the 10-hour battle with the Silithids, which occurs during the opening of Ankiraj. This is one-time server event, so you can pretty much get why it's so rare. And it is the only Kiraji battle tank that can be summoned outside of the Temple of Ankiraj, so you can pretty much, it's the only Scarab that you can use outside of that thing, of the raid, theoretically anyway. So yeah, these have been the legendaries of vanilla, and they were like really hard to get. Honestly, you've seen the Black Kiraji Crystal, and even the Sulfuras, Hand of Sargeras, Hand of Ragnaros, sorry, was a pretty goddamn hard item to get. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video if you liked it, subscribe for more content, help me get to that 50 subscriber mark, and don't forget to click the bell button next to the subscribe button. And don't forget to write your stories in the annals of the internet, and I'll see you guys next time.